welcome to another poetry reading by yours truly, Clarence Plank, the Shoebox Poet. I hope you are doing well. On this Sunday, it has been a busy week, and up the Reds as they win 7-0 over Manchester United. It was a really good game. That was the most points that Manchester has ever had scored on them. So, especially by the Reds, which is a phenomenal thing. So, just a little bit of, I'm going to start reading here, and then once I get through, I got a couple of things I wanted to share with you real quick. Upending is the feeling I get when my fingers are laced between yours. Here beneath the harvest moon we dance, in between the shadows of the song plays weaving through the moonbeams. As our silhouettes mingle among falling leaves, the night air is chilly as we draw in closer, letting our bodies warm us from our embrace. I kissed your lips, and in the moment everything fell away as time stood still. Now, a lot of times when I do these poems, okay, there's some that come up to like a 10-word or 11-word prompt. So they'll have like, dance, and then you got to come up with, 9 or 10 other words to put in a sentence there. Or it's 30 words or 50 words. And a lot of, times for me, in a situation like that, I continue on because I'm not going to just quench that moment of inspiration. Which that if you go on my page here, you'll see one about a woman in the moon, or woman on the moon, a woman in the moon. That was one of the a word prompt that was 50 words, and I ended up turning it into something else because I kept going with the flow. Even though I entered 3 poems into that word prompt, I still condensed it all together. So that's something you might be able to take into consideration. Also, what do you think about me possibly doing like a class to teach people how to write poetry? Put it in the comments or just message me and about that. The next one's called "It's the Only Thing." It's the only thing that holds you up with every word. As the lyrics become your personal anthem, the melody and music is only fitting that the word muse is at the beginning, because it's the first piece to the puzzle of you, and building the broken you as the music lifts you from your darkest moments and sets you back on solid ground. Now, unfortunately, as time goes on, I kind of lose the connection of where these songs, where some music comes from. Other music is just there. Is there where I can just like, okay, I know where this song comes from. I know where this poem came from because of what song. So right now, muse kind of escapes me. But anything, it could be really anything. This next one's called "He Had a Taste of Her." He had a taste of her, and it drove him insane, because he couldn't reach her and embrace the beauty who found the courage to move on, leaving him crushed by the weight of regret. Words couldn't fill the divide, nor reason, as he moved heaven and earth just to taste her lips again. Feel her heart beating next to his. The memory of her form has faded from his mind like her touch. Only the voice remains, twisted among the chorus of echoes inside his head. And for me, this is basically a thing where you're in love with somebody and you still think about those things. And unfortunately, we have these problems where we don't move on from a relationship, even though the thing's dead, but we still carry those skeletons around. We really need to just let those bones fall and throw them in the boneyard. And for me, that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to let go of those past skeletons or past things or past relationships or past loves that no longer serve me, because I mean these people are no longer in my life, and some people I really don't want back in my life because they're not toxic. It's just that the situation just didn't work out. So you gotta let go of those things. So the next one's called Everything Hurts. Everything hurts, aches, and my heart is breaking. You broke through to my bones to clench my heart in your hands. Morbid lace bones used to crisscross my heart. Bloody hands, red lipstick and pain trailed across my chest as you ripped my muscle from its cage, setting the monster free with your touch, letting my heart dream of a phantom love you left swinging from the gallows tied with lace. Now, this poem right here is a multitude of word prompts. Bones, crisscross, bloody hands, red lipstick, cage, monster, phantom love, gallows, and laced. Those are all that were basically for a word, just a series of word prompts that you could choose if you want to write one or multiple, and that's what I basically used here. The next one is called Burn Away. The years burn away like a candle's flickering flame. These unbreakable strings still connect us even though you're gone from the world. And I think about, for me, this is a connection to a friend of mine. She's gone, but I still think about her because it's a friendship. You miss your friends. Um, but this right here is for a word prompt, so that's why I tied that in. The next one called Unbreakable Strings. Unbreakable strings laced together, interlocking at the heart between us. All you have to do is smile, and a song plays those chords. And this poems are connected, as I said earlier, about writing something that connected. Now, these two are completely different from each other because one's talking about loving somebody, and the other one is talks. Both of them about loving somebody, but one's about the past tense of losing somebody, and this is a thing about loving somebody. I guess you can see. This next one's called It's Okay. It's okay. I'll play the villain and turn my cloak. So don't piss and moan when I do you wrong and burn your world when I value my peace or rip apart existence for her love. I'll go down swinging, fighting in every breath to savor her perfume and the flavor of her kiss. And it's basically, everyone wants the villain because the villain is the one who will destroy the whole earth just to get to her, where the hero will sacrifice himself to save the world instead of her. Oh, and as I get older, as I start really seeing the point of the villain more than the hero. Believe me, I've been watching Batman shows or Justice League shows and or Batman and everything, and I'm just like, yeah, I said he's the one that needs to go to Arkham. So I said all the other people have a reason, for their insanity. He is crazy. The other ones are not. So the storms in my head is this next poem. The storms in my head make me cringe inside because I don't know what is a lie or the bent truth you try to pass along as real. Spinning your wheels trying to make me understand your lines and your rhymes, questioning reality, whether I should love you or not. By your actions, you left me alone, adrift on an island in the sky's paradise, made with someone like me, lost in heartache of a person drowning at sea. So, basically, this is, being lost without somebody. You fell in love with them and being lost afterwards instead of it's something I experienced with the person because I wanted, you're moaning you're in mourning for the love and that never happened. So it's just frustrating. So I'll read you three more, and then we'll be done. So this poem right here is called Rusted Chains, and basically what inspired this one, inspired this poem was I was at Centennial Park in Nashville, and I was happened to go out early in the morning before a soccer game and taking pictures to be able to post over here and Instagram. So I had those pictures, and I come across a bridge, and on one side of it, it had locks that were still didn't have no chains to them, but they were locked around the rails of this bridge, and I took pictures of them. And I was just sitting there wondering why these locks are here. But so it come up with a poem for that. Rusted chains brittle and break after wearing away the lock without a key. Every link hung around my neck attached to a cage where my heart lives. An untamed beast lurking in the shadows wanting to be free and love again. Roaming the alleys and highways for beauty to die for, but I have yet to let go of you, of me, and in the end with me. And let it in with me. And that's basically, as I said, you're rusted. The rusted chains are rusted, but you're being held in place by it because of said problem. And this one's called Her Lips. Her lips taste like autumn and s'mores. Chilly nights wrapped in blankets by a bonfire curled up next to you, with dancing flames and twinkling stars, a reflection of a prism in your eyes. She tastes like Christmas and chaos and hot chocolate. Fantasies of sugar plums of childhood dreams and innocence of life. Her kisses taste like heaven, of home, of memories and things I once held in my arms, like she holds me. And basically this right here is a word prompt that deals with, that was a part of just bonfires and twinkling stars. That was basically what it was, and I just made it into something where it was like in autumn and doing this. The last one is called Winter. Is called Sending Shivers. Winter's chill captivates me, sending shivers all over my body. Cold hands, warm heart, she says with a smile, before kissing my cheek. Winter's rainbow dances into our view over our heads. Aurora Borealis, she said with a gasp. A bluish-green ribbons reach across the sky, out twinkling stars it seemed at times. Even the moon was hesitant to stay as it fled the night, for the horizon's fingers weaved into mine when she wrapped my arms around her body. So beautiful, she said. So, is this the moment with you, I said, before I dropped to one knee, with a ringing hand, winter's rainbow flowing like a river. I asked her to be mine. And there's a lot of time. I really want to see the Aurora Borealis because that would be really cool. I've actually heard about it being this far south in Chattanooga many years ago, I've never seen it. So you can find this bad boy over on Amazon. Dance to the Blueberry Ball. There is a video of me reading it, so definitely check it out. The illustrations and the artwork, artwork are really cool. It's $10 over on Amazon. Definitely check it out if you got a kid. And I wrote it basically so parents will have something to read to their kids, and get them involved and wanting to learn, have the love for reading, and because reading can open so many doors when you have that opportunity. So be sure to check out my friends, Sarah Aikenhead, Bill Mueller, and Cast It Into the Fire podcast. They post at least twice a week over there. Anything about, we're doing Redwall, and they were actually talking about anybody does any House of the Dragon or original Game of Thrones stuff. So definitely go over there and check them out. You have Aria Simmons, Brian, and Alberta Hardison, who are doing Reiki. Definitely, check them out. There's links in the description. My friend Dwight and his Simulated Sports page, either on YouTube or on Facebook. And also check out my friend Jenna Jinx, who portraits over on Instagram. She does life-size, beautiful artwork. Since I can just tell you that she's done plenty of artwork for me, and she did the cover for my 4th book. That's an armadillo dragon, or armadillo lizard. That's what it is. So definitely check her out. Commission her for some things if you want to. So until next Sunday, I will see you here. Y'all take it easy. Have a good day. And be safe.